Hey guys, Skaterfunk here, bringing you some Zed in the mid lane. This game starts out about almost 10 minutes in. I'll give you the backstory on what happened before this, but I'll tell you why first. This is actually my first normal game with Zed ever. Never played Zed, always looked fun, but I just never got him until this morning. And I played two bot games just so I could get his spell rotation down and figure out what the heck was going on with him because I was so confused on how his ult and everything worked. And so I started playing this game with a couple subscribers, and I decided, I'm not going to record. I'll just play him and try and get him down, then get a recording out when I'm comfortable with him. Well, I end up going against a Zed, so as soon as we get into game, I'm like, well, this sucks. I'm not excited about this at all. Turns out this Zed was either new also, or just not very good, or I just, for some reason, am good with Zed right away. I don't understand, but it worked. I ended up getting first blood with him. Instant ult. I bullied him out of lane and got level 6 first. All-in'd him at level 6 and got a kill. He came back level 5 and he got 6. Right when he got 6, I all-in'd him again and got another kill. And he came back to lane, and then we just proceeded to sit around and farm. As you saw in the beginning of this, is just the shadow QE farming that Zed does. That's kind of entertaining. I decided I should start roaming. This Fiddlesticks is really annoying. So I head up top, and not quite sure what I did. I think, yep, this is when I screw up my ult. I missed one of the blades, one of the Harugans, whatever it's called. Otherwise, I probably would have got it. So she gets away with like no health. In the meantime, my Zed lane partner went down bottom and did pick up a kill. So now he's 1 and 2. So he's starting to catch back up. Luckily, I'm still out farming him, but he is catching up now because of that kill. And I ping it because at that point I wasn't paying attention enough because I was so focused on trying to hit it that I didn't realize he had gone down bottom and killed our Nidalee support. But at this point, I'm so far ahead. I'm snowballing pretty hard, so I pick up my blade, ward and pot because you gotta bring wards into the game. Start working on that vision. Mumu decides he's going to push my lane up, which is good. And yeah, there I'm just saying I messed it up. Everyone in this game actually is not a personal friend, but a friend in game. So except for the Amumu. The Amumu is a rando. And Afro, who is the top lane Lee Sin going against the Shyvana, actually is a newer subscriber. And he was telling me about Zed because he plays him quite a bit. He's also Afro Ninja. He's also in gold, so he's quite a bit better than me. But I was still having a good old time. Definitely enjoying. I tried to shadow over the wall, but since I'm a noob and I don't know his limits, I didn't make it. And I'm like, all right, I'm coming in, guys. And I realized at this point that I went the wrong way, and I totally screwed that up. So I'm like, all right, I still got to make something out of this. Throw my shurikens, get minion block like crazy. Flash up, get some damage off. Shadow up just to get closer to him. And then I just end up autoing him. This is probably the sloppiest thing I've ever done. And then I'm like, okay, I know I can beat this Shen 1v1 just autoing, so I just turn on him and kill him too. Pick up a double. Unfortunately, a laner did have to die for that. At the same time, Afro Ninja was able to pick up a kill up in that top lane against the Shyvana, so that's good, since he did get camped a little bit earlier, and he continues to get camped, actually. For whatever reason, this Fiddle really wanted to shut him down. So I come mid. I see my ults up, and I'm like, you know what? If he stays, I'm definitely going to go in on him. He knew I was coming, so he left. At this point, I have a 2-level advantage and a gear advantage. I think he builds a Cutlass, and then he goes straight into a Brutalizer instead of finishing his blades. So I'm way ahead of him at this point. And then it's just back to this incredibly boring QWE farm, which I'm not even that good at yet because, like I said, this is my first game playing Zed. But I was very aware, since I'd been practicing him, of how his skill shots and how his poke worked. So, as you can see, I was dodging like crazy, trying to stay out of the enemy Zed's poke, and even using my shadow to get out of it. And so here he did a great counter ult, and I actually screwed up my after ult combo. And then on top of that, the Fiddle came in and got a nice fear off, so I couldn't finish it even if I wanted to. So really good placement on that Fiddle side. I was raging at that point because I was like, this is crap. Where was he at? But I wasn't warded, so I can't really be mad. Like he took advantage of a situation where I was pretty pushed and out in the open, and the Zed played it perfectly. So good on them. I ended up losing my tower for that. And yeah, at this point I'm talking a little bit of crap. Only on our side though. I didn't want to flame the whole team. I think at one point I did flame the Zed a little bit, but it was more just like stop talking crap because he was talking crap on someone, and I couldn't help but point out the fact that I was brand new to this champion. I was still beating him on it. It's not. Again, I don't suggest flaming. I don't suggest doing that because it doesn't help anything. But made a joke out of it. Told him this is all for funsies, just to play the game. Come back mid, and then I decide to. Oh, I see the Zeds hovering down there, and I'm like, if he comes back up, I can catch him out. So I throw a ward down in that bush, just the temp ward, and then I throw an actual ward in that bush just for vision of the jungler because he keeps coming from that side, and I don't want to get hit from there. And then I just go back to farming because I've noticed lately in most of my games it comes down to farm, and even if I get behind, I can end up farming like crazy and then getting back to the point where I can do something. It's a good idea if you ever get really behind, especially as a jungler, but in lanes too. Concentrate on your farm because the more farm you can get, the more caught up you are. I don't remember the numbers, but if you think about how much gold you get for a kill and how many farm that equates to, it's really not that hard to get a kill farm ahead of people at all. And if you can get like 3 or 4 kills of farm ahead of people, you might as well be fed. And then you go in and make things happen. So I come down here because I'm like, oh look, it's a fiddle who's low. Oh. And that's why you don't take the camera off of yourself like that, because it's dumb and you shouldn't do it. So take that as a how not to move around. But that's okay. I go back. I'm 4-2 at this point. 101 CS. You can see I'm the highest CS in the game. It's not fantastic CS at this point, but it's better than everyone else, and that means I'm ahead no matter what. And then Afro decides to go ham and try and finish off that fiddle, and the fiddle gets the best of him, so that's unfortunate. But I get my brutalizer. What do I do here? I'm narrating this after game because, like I said, I didn't expect to record, so I didn't have it set up to record off my headset, and I didn't want to stop playing to get all that set up because I was already snowballing and I wanted to keep it going. So I head down here. I think I go ham here pretty soon, but I head down. See the Nidalee's getting chased. They decide not to chase her. And this is kind of just an awkward standoff in mid. I show up, and I'm like, alright, let's see what we can do here. They all leave. I see that spear hits, actually, so then I throw my shadow over, throw a Q into the grass. I don't know if it hit anyone, but I end up going in just to finish off these race real quick. And this is when the fiddle comes out very stupidly, and he's just like, I got this. I think he was trying to ult into the group. And I blow my ult, hit the full combo on him, and get the kill. And then I didn't waste my shadow for that, actually, so I didn't have to do the double shadow damage. End up picking up a double, and then the Vayne finishes off the Zed, who went in on someone back there behind me. I think he went in on Nidalee. So I pick up 2. Vayne picks up a kill. That's good. And again, right back to farming. As you can see, I'm still trying to figure out my combo. I was looking at the keyboard like, what? How should I do this the most efficiently? I probably didn't do it the most efficient, but I got it. I noticed that we just killed a bunch of people, and now there's an open dragon sitting there, so I ping for assistance. And then all of a sudden, everyone shows back up again. So I'm like, never mind, I'll come mid. Vayne's in trouble, we can see it, so me and the Nidalee come running back up behind her. Try and give her some assistance. I can't remember if I die here or if I successfully get a kill off. I flash for it because you got to go hard or go home. And then this is where we get massively outplayed. I do remember this. Zed comes back, and I'm still not that worried. I'm not paying attention to the fact that Fiddle just ulted. So he gets a great Fiddle fear off on me. Fiddle alt fear off on me and gets the kill. And I'm hating this Fiddle right now because he's the only reason I'm not getting kills. And from this point on, we pretty much focused the crap out of him because we're just like, this is so annoying. And here I'm looking at the shop, and I'm like, I'm a brand new Zed player. I don't know what I should build. What should I build? I'm really confused. I have no idea what I should be building right now. And then I'm like, you know what? Home guards sound good. So I pick up home guards, And I head right down to the mid lane. I see a low Shen who's a one-shot for me, but I don't want the Shen because I can kill him afterward with just autos, so I want the fiddle. I come flying down mid. I don't have the camera on me, which is bad, but I end up coming in. And I don't go ham because no one's around me, so if I screw up, they're just going to walk away if my team was there. And I come down and I'm like, alright, they're probably going to the blue, so let me just cut them off. And then I'm like, oh crap, they're right there. And then no, it's just Afro. And again with the combo, trying to figure out the most efficient way. I do take this blue. I kind of wanted it, but I think Amumu did too. The cooldown reduction is really nice. And then I go ahead and come in here. I ult, but he dies before I even get the ult off. And then I was actually trying to press the ult on him too. I just really wanted to ult something right there. But I didn't waste the ult, which is good, because then we see Graves down bottom, and I'm like, alright, I want this. And Amumu does get a really good smite off there. And then I get scared because I see the Zed there. And even though I outplayed him, I'm still worried because the ult combo is what I'm worst at, and I know he can counter me with his. So I'm like, alright, hopefully he left. I shadow forward, give him the ult juice, and I'm pretty sure I do pick up the kill there with the ult boom, but Zed ends up blowing everything he has on me and getting that kill. I'm pretty excited at this point. Actually, before you see in this video, when I come in and I'm 2-0 in this video, before that, I get the first blood, and I immediately start freaking out, and Afro's just laughing at me, because I honestly expected to get owned in this lane, and I ended up doing pretty good. And then I get another kill, and I'm like, how am I winning this? So pretty much every time I got a kill, I was just like, yeah, I won. But the Zed played that pretty perfectly. I got the Graves, but he got me. So he evened it out lane-wise. And yeah, this is where Zed starts flaming. And he's not really flaming, he's just like, whatever, Lee. Your Q didn't go off. Big deal. Oh well, I still killed you. And I'm like, dude, just stop. Like, this is my third time playing Zed. And I beat you easy. Just don't. Why? But you know, it happens. Everyone wants to flame. Especially if you're losing and then you do something cool, you feel like you have the need to re-put out your dominance. I do see the Nidalee. This happens twice in this game. Someone's getting beat up bottom, and I'm like, alright, come right here. Come right here, in the bush. I'm like, alright, let's see what I can do to this Zed. He's a little bit tanky. I go ahead, give him the full ult combo, and he does die. And then Zed keeps going on the Nidalee. Ends up dying to him, but Lee Sin is able to pick up this kill, I'm pretty sure, or I take it. Yeah, I took it. My kill. That was kind of a dick move looking back on it, but I did let him have the Wraith, so you know, that's fair trade, fair trade. And then he's like, well, she failed. And in reality, she stayed alive long enough for Lee to put the damage out. Graves fail dashes over the wall, and I decided to stick to him, and then he decides to just blow his flash. He doesn't flash over the wall, though, for some reason. He flashes in front of him, so Lee is able to finish. And then Fiddle decides he's going to be a pretty little hourglass. And I had just said, good job, Afro, after he got that kill. And then all of a sudden, Afro decides to tank the tower for a while there, like a genius. It is fair to point out that the Shyvana in this game is AFK. They did have a Shyvana, and she left. So they're hurting a little bit. They don't have their full team. And I do understand that, but I mean, it is the game. It happens. 4v5s are still winnable. You just have to play smart, and they really weren't. And we were taking advantage of it. And again, the Zed's like, oh, it's a 4v5. You shouldn't be proud. And I'm like, dude, I'm still beating you in lane, and you didn't. He got ganks, and I didn't. So I was like, you know, if you got help, I didn't. I still beat you, and you're still talking crap. Why do you have to do that? You know, this is for funsies. And Nidalee gets caught out, but Zed does blow his ult to get that kill, which was important to me because that means if I ult him, he's not going to go in on me. And Amumu saw the fiddle and decided to run, but it was too late at this point for the Vayne. And then I'm like, oh, here we go again. And I'm so happy about this because I really want to kill this stupid fiddle. So I'm picking him up into the bush. I'm like, come right up here. I got my ult again. Almost identical. Blow the ult. Blow the shadow for the extra damage. I didn't even need the ult explosion, actually. The shadow damage plus mine was actually able to kill him. But, you know, why not? And once again, I'm farming. It's something I really need to stress. Like, if you get a free moment like this, farm something up real quick. Like, if you're walking by a lane and there's a mob, farm it. There's no point in just leaving it when that's free money for you. So then I see that the Shen and the Graves are pushed up to the tower here, and they have no vision on anyone. If you look at the minimap, there's literally no one on the map anywhere near them, unless they have random wars I don't know about. But obviously they don't know because they're still here. Zed shows, which is unfortunate for him, because if he would have stayed hidden, I would have been a lot more worried. I end up going to cut him off, and they decide to go the other way, which is a-okay, because then they just pin themselves. And I didn't actually get in on any of that, but Vayne was able to pick up a kill. The Zed goes up, fail shadows over a wall, which allows Lee to land that Q. He ults on the Lee, who Ignite kicks him and takes the kill. And here I try and take the blue again because I'm greedy, and Amumu smites it, which, you know, that's okay. I don't necessarily need it. The cooldown's nice, but I've got quite a bit between my Lucidity and Brutalizer. So at this point, I've got a Last Whisper, I've got a Blade of the Ruined Kings, and I've got a Brutalizer. I'm pretty much a killing machine. I'm 10-5, most farm in the game. Relatively laggy frame rates, but it's not really affecting me too much. I'm not feeling it. I'm just going at it. And Vayne comes down bottom. And again, the Zed's complaining about the Shyvana AFK, which, you know, I mean, it sucks. I agree, but you got to deal with it. Everyone does every now and then. And I've definitely won 4v5s. It's not impossible. And we decide to push this tower up. At the same time, our team's pushing in the mid, and they decide to run through the base to us. I was going to go for an ult over the wall, but Amumu dies. So then I just end up standing there looking stupid, and I'm still aggroing minions. The Shen decides to go ham and keep following, so I'm like, alright, cool. Blow the ultimate. He blows his, and then I think he hourglasses, but still end up getting it. Bloop! Didn't help. He did get rid of the ult pop, which would have killed him, but you know, he was still standing there, so I was able to get it off. And then, of course, I go right back to farming, and here I almost shit myself because Zed comes home guarding out of the base like a crazy mofo. And I'm like, he definitely probably has his ult, and I don't want to chance it, so I flash Shadow out, and right back to farming. And again, I'm thinking about my combo because I'm really bad at Zeds still. And then I head up, I take our red too. Oh, never mind. See Nid's in trouble from the Zed. So I'm like, oh, I'll come down and help. I'll come down and help. And then, nope, never mind. So then I decide to take the blue, or the red. Because why not? Either me, Lee, or the Vayne should get it. And at this point, I'm the carry. I'm the one with the most kills. I'm the one with the most farm. I'm the one one-shotting people. So not a bad idea to put it on me. I throw my Shurikens the wrong way because I think the big one's there and it's not. And I'm bad. And then I secure that cannon because, remember, boys and girls, the cannon is the most important part of the game. You have to hit that cannon. And again, I'm just farming because it's really important to get that farm up. From the time I got red to the time of now, I've got almost 1.5 kills worth of gold just from farming. That's dramatic. Like, you can literally get so far ahead by doing this, so I really suggest it. Fiddle comes out, does really good, but I'm like, nope, I want this kill. And then he does get rid of the pop, but I end up getting off enough damage anyway. And I would really like to say that was disrespectful skill right there, where I just get out with my ult shadow. But to be totally honest, I kind of just hit the R on accident, and it ended up putting me way over there. And I was like, oh, I really hope he dies now because I'm nowhere near him. He did. And I pushed to the tower. I don't have vision on anyone, so I'm a little bit scared at this point. I really shouldn't have used my shadow to go in there, but with blue, I've got it up pretty quick. So I go ahead and just give this tower a bit of a beating. Farming the best I can while I'm doing it, because again, farm is important. I run out of minions, so I go ahead and shadow out. Miss those, because not very good. Take a tower hit, because once again, not very good. I see the Zed, and I'm like, ah, crap, I'm dead. Shadow out over a wall like a bouse. He doesn't decide to chase, thank God, because I would have died there. And once again, right back to farm. Just trying to get my numbers up, get as ahead of this other Zed as I can, so that way my assassinations are better than his. At this point, I have 3,700 100 gold, which is a very large amount of gold. And Zed's already calling the GG because of how pushed we are and just the way the game's going, which it doesn't help anyone. And at this point, I'm like, BT or Ravenous Hydra? Yeah, I'm already ahead, might as well go BT. Not as good for split pushing, but with Zed's kit, you can split push with your abilities pretty easily. So I go for that BT for the extra AD. And Zed keeps focusing the Nidalee because he wants kills. The problem is he keeps blowing everything on the Nidalee, and then everyone else is still alive to kill him. And I'm scared crapless here because I don't want to go 1v4. I don't know Zed well enough to know if I can do that or not. So I'm just going to go ahead and farm. Think about my combo and execute. The amount of times I failed that combo instantly is horrible. So then Lee comes in, or Afro, I should say, comes in from behind. He's waiting in the wings. I shadow in, and then get feared out immediately, and then silenced. And Vayne's still in there going hard. Lee decides to dive in. This is really bad on my part because I'm just so confused on what I should be doing. Like, should I go in? Should I not? Lee ends up going really hard, and here's Alexander on the Nidalee making one of the game-winning plays right here. Throws out an amazing quick heal to save that Lee. And we end up being able to finish off. I shadow over the wall and then clean up on the Zed after he ults, after picking up a kill on the Shen, which is beautiful. So, you know, teamwork all came together there. The Lee was able to bait him around the corner and into us, and we were able to pick everything up and go from there. At this point, again, you know, I'm just like, this is so cool because he's really fun. If you haven't played Zed, he's definitely a little bit higher skill cap, not gonna lie, but I'm pretty bad at this game, and I'm doing pretty good. So I suggest trying it at least. Definitely a kind of character I would go into a bot game or a custom game and just practice. I did it a lot with Lee to get him down, and I decided to do the same thing with this character, and I definitely did not regret it. And here I'm just autoing, trying to get some life back because I'm about half health. Since I have the BT, I get quite a bit back. I'm kind of shadowing around like a nub because I don't know what I'm doing. And this is really awkward because we don't have a front line to go super hard into these towers and just dive them. I'm walking around taking tower hits and fiddle harass and just more or less failing. Lee decides he's going to go hard. Fiddle went to ult, and we didn't want that, so he did that. I end up picking a kill up on the Shen, who I ult into so he can't initiate, and then I pick up a kill on the Zed on the way out. And because I was just kind of hitting buttons, I end up dying. And no big deal, though. We won that fight. I think we went 2 for 4 or 2 for 5, maybe? I think we aced them. We might have aced them. And yeah, the team ends up pushing and winning, and that is Zed mid. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I definitely did. You guys can feel free to comment and tell me how bad I am. Also, remember to check me out on Facebook and Twitter for future stream times. Hope you guys have a good day. /night/ whenever the heck you watch me. And I will see you guys next time.